Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here at Esther 5D Energy. I hope you're having a good week. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for your comments. And I want to thank you for going on this journey with me. We're all in this together, aren't we? Like one big energy, having an individualized experience here. Well, I'm going to go into channel now and see what the guides have to say. This vessel steps back. And we step forward as the Pleiadian Council of Light. And we come forward during this time again as one energy, one voice, many beings in support of you, speaking as one in this moment of now. And we want to thank you for being here and understanding how helpful listening to these energetic transmissions can be. For you are not only getting information, but you are getting the energy of love and oneness, of balance and peace through your being as you relax and listen to these words that are being spoken. For everything here is energy. Everything. And as we transmit through this vessel a high frequency to allow you to open up your heart, we would like you to relax into that and know that you are being cared for every moment of every day. You are being supported by your guidance system, by your higher self, and in many ways by those around you. Some you know of, and some you may not even be aware of in your field of existence. And we want to thank you for listening to this message with an open mind and allowing yourself to go into that quiet space where you would consider this as being a possibility, that you are indeed fully supported and loved. And as we move forward in this energy, in this shift, and your eclipse has brought in another round of energy to help support higher consciousness here, know that the earth herself is shifting into a different planetary alignment. And this alignment is also going to affect your alignment and your sense of balance in your world. And some of you may be experiencing physical symptoms, and others perhaps having an easier time of it in some ways, but knowing that your things are going to come up, the things that you need to look at, the things that you need to let go of. And this new energy that the earth is going into, this fifth dimensional way of being, is going to support your acceleration process. You're moving into oneness as your spirit and emotional body, physical body, all align into working together and not feeling separate any longer. For you have always worked together on some level, but you have not been able to tune into it. It's felt separate. Your consciousness has not really felt part of you. You felt very alone here. And just know that to be here and exist in the way that you have, your consciousness has had to be along for the ride, so to speak. It's had to watch over. It's had to ensure that you had the experience that you wanted, that you planned before you came here, lining up all of the things and experiences here that would give you what you needed as a soul, what you needed to expand your consciousness here, experiences in many different ways. And each and every one of you has a plan that is lined out. And those experiences are figured out before you came, so to speak. They really are. And so as you walk your path, those energetic exchanges with others, and we would say challenging times, were set up for you to experience by your higher self, by the part of you that knows who you are in totality, by the part of you that knows your past experiences and what needed to be worked out in this lifetime. So as you walk your path, you can relax. For many things, and it is not fate, it is an experience here. And it is this different type of understanding that it's not worthless, that every moment here is recorded, that at a certain point, when you cross over, you will understand and be able to review that life review of every moment you've had with every person, everything you said, everything they said, and you will have a complete understanding of why they felt the way they did and why you felt the way you did. And this is an experience of joy and love that you will have in a complete understanding with no judgment for either of you. A complete understanding of love in that moment and wisdom. For understanding and compassion is wisdom. And that is what we are trying to bring to you in this 3D reality, going into the fifth dimension. This is the way of being. Some of that goodness that is on the other side of the veil is actually available to you now. That knowing that you are loved, that you are not judged, that knowing that you can let go of judging yourself and let go of judging your judgment of others in this path that you're on. Because each of you is having an experience here that was laid out before you came, and circumstances were set up before you were even born to lend you to a certain perspective of life here. And so you are not aware of all of the reasons that you feel and think the way you do, and neither is anyone else here. So there are those people that you may feel need help, or perhaps live differently than you, or think differently than you. That's because of the setup before they came. That's because of the experiences that they've had. And these were determined before they came. So in your unconscious state, you may be living a life in a certain direction. And as you begin to become more aware that this is not exactly what you planned, or you felt like you planned for yourself, you'd like something different, you begin to consciously create and interact more with your higher self and your guides in a way that was not available to you before. It just was very rare that someone would have those awakening moments and really understand it. But in the new energy, you're going to use that, what we call intuition. You're going to be using that knowing and that guidance more and more. And many of you will start to feel abilities you never had before just drop in gently. Abilities that may surprise you, that may delight you in many ways, it may feel magical, but just know they are intrinsic within your nature, but they are what we would say coming online now. You've got enough energy in the planet, the magnetics of the planet, to hold a higher frequency in order to experience more of who you truly are. Each and every human, you don't have to necessarily be a particularly spiritual person to experience these abilities of knowing, of intuition. Your guidance will bring to you in perfect timing what you need when you need it. And you need to trust that this is the case for all of you. For all of you. So we ask you again to relax and take a breath and trust that the things that you need to be experiencing, you are, and what will need to be in the future, without projection, without expectation, will be brought to you. If you keep it open, the field open and positive, what will be brought to you will be seen by you and experienced. And so instead of feeling like the train's off the track and everything's out of control and there's so much chaos, just know there really isn't. That's not the plan here. Total chaos. Change is here. Yes. Doing things differently. Oh, yes. But there is a higher power here. Some of you call it that divine spark, or everything is in divine nature here, that it will fall out the way it has to, that it will happen the way it has to. And that there is a lot of truth in that. And it is not a total takeover. And it is not a programming. You're not a robot. You see, you have choices within that range, but you each came and landed in a certain place on the planet, in a certain family, to have a certain experience. And that is by design. And so there is meaning here. You are on your path. So we just would like to emphasize that. For those of you that are concerned you're not doing enough or being enough, you're right where you need to be, experiencing what you need to experience. And it is with much love and appreciation that we bring you this information so that you can enjoy your life, so that you can relax into it. And this is our message for you today. Thank you for listening to our message, and thank you for joining us today. Namaste. Have a good week.